Okay, quick and rather dirty, again, version of a brief song off Sound Effects, my favorite Jam LP. I've been on a bit of a Sound Effects jag recently, if you couldn't tell. It's another very catchy song that I've always loved. And, you know, it all revolves around a B chord. There it is down low, right? B chord to an E chord. And Weller's just putting a unique little flash or a flourish on that to give it a really cool sound. So the way we do that is by lifting off and hammering on our fingers at certain times. So we do it thusly. So here's the main riff, slowed down big time. So notice what I'm doing there is I'm playing the chord twice. Whoops. Be good if I got that right. Here at the 7th fret. So I'm barring at the 7th in an E shape. Then I'm juxtaposing it with the E chord, which is keeping the same bar, fingers in an A shape, right? The A, but the A shape. And then immediately what you do is you put down your middle finger on the G string, 7th or 8th fret, and then hammer on with your ring finger and pinky on the A and D string, 9th fret. So that's what you're going for there. And you know, the rhythm is so add that to these chords, and again you get now, the next chord in the run is here. Which is a really nice chord that's got some tension built into it. So we're here at the 9th fret barring in an E shape, but just take off your pinky and you get this. Now add your pinky to the 12th fret B string. Then the next chord in the run sounds like it's going higher in pitch, and it is, but it's actually further down the neck, which is interesting. So here at the 7th fret bar, form an A shape with your finger, and then catch the high E string at the 10th fret with your pinky, and you get this. And then notice we're right here at the 7th again. So after you play that, so everything's kind of where it should be to quickly make those chord transitions. Now, the next part of the song is where he sings the I, 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 I. And I don't know whether he's singing that just because it sounds cool as a as a vocalization, or if he's actually making reference to the, you know, the I ego, himself. I. And I think it's the I self-reference because a big part of the song is the part where he says, and I'm glad that you're my girl. I'm glad that you're my girl. So I think he's kind of singing an ode about his I self here at the A chord. Don't we all love the A chord, including the Sex Pistols? So this next bit is built around an A chord here at the 2nd fret, and you all know how to do that, right? The D, G, and B with your index finger with the open A string. What a great chord. Okay, so the way I do this, and by the way, I slowed down the song to really try to discern what Weller is doing on his guitar during this part, because it's a little, we know it's around an A, but exactly the nuances are hard to pick out. So I've gone ahead and kind of intuited that myself and decided how I prefer to play it. And I like it like this. Let's see if I can do this now that I've just jumped into it. Okay. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I've got the A chord, and I'm starting with the A string, going to the D string and the G string. Then I jump up here to the 4th fret, D string, very important, with your ring finger to catch this note. Then I'm opening up the D string. Then I'm slamming down that A chord again. And then I'm finishing it off with a, so that's the G, B, G, B, G. And then juxtaposing that with a, holding the A shape, the D string at the 4th, on and off. And do it again. There's our wind up back into the, right? Okay, so those are two little slightly different riffs that I like to put together one after the other to give it a little more interest. Now, on the extras version, I noticed he does something like this. Right, so all he's doing there is, again, the A chord, but here he's emphasizing the G string. Then, of course, that 4th fret D, and then open, and then back to the A. I suppose you could, you know, combine So really what you've got there are 3 subtly different variations on the A chord to help fill in that I part, which all sound really cool if you vary them or, you know, repeat them one after the other. You get to make that decision. So then we come back up here. Now, there's the bridge, the part where he does the descending chord line. Right? Now that is a very common guitar trick that a lot of guitarists have used over the years. So it's kind of like, you know, when you're playing Carnation. Let's see, where is that? Let's see. Not Carnation so much, but how about Michelle by the Beatles? Just very pleasing, right? That descending chord structure. Let's see, I'm going to get that Carnation. Yeah, so Carnation does the same thing. So it's a good trick to use, and Weller throws it in here. The way we do it, so we're here at the 4th fret, barring the G, B, and E. We're at the 6th fret on the D. So what we do there is we sneak in the pinky behind on the G string at the right time. Now we're dropping down, keeping the index at the 4th, barring the G, B, and E, but we've just dropped down to the D string at the 4th. And again, the pinky's playing the accent on the G string at the 6th. Then the next one is just all here at the 4th. So here we are at the, let's do that again. All here at the 3rd. So that's hammering on the G string at the 6th, and then the B string, then it's all at the 4th, and there I'm at the G string at the 6th again. Now I'm in this shape here, 3rd fret, the D, G, B, and E, 4th fret, G, B, and E. I'm just going to slide up here on the G and B strings from the 4th to the 6th. So I'm up here to the 6th, and then the 4th. Then he drops into this really cool chord. Looking over here because I've got 5 minutes before I have an appointment with a client. I'm trying to get this in. But here's your chord shape here at the 4th, which is barring the the G, B, and E, at the 5th, the B, and at the 6th, the D. So we move that from the 4th to the 6th, to the 7th, back to the 6th, back to the 7th, to the 9th, and then we finish at the 11th, and then we're back into the, right, that part. So, the only part we're missing now is the outro, which brings us back into the final verse. And the outro is really cool. It sounds like a Beatles thing. But you're barring here at the 7th in an E shape. Take your pinky off, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're just going to work our way gradually back and forth a little bit up the string register till we get to the very end. And it goes something like this. Let's see if I can play this cleanly. That worked out all right. So in this shape, low E string twice, A string, back to the E, D string, now the G string, now the D string with a hammer on. What we do there is we end up with the pinky hammering on and off the high E string to get that highest note. And look where we are. Hold the shape. So end it off on that nice high, nasty, and slide it down the neck, and you're done. There you go. Just in time for my appointment, and you've just learned how to play But I'm Different Now by The Jam. Enjoy it.